Excuse me. Hello? Is this thing on? Sure looks like it. What's going on, friends? It is Saturday, question mark? It sure is, all day. And we are once again clicking tiles. Yesterday was actually a real good day, all things considered. Ended it off on a much better note than we did the day before. I think we had these two games, and then we had like a decent start that kind of didn't go so well, and then kind of the second half of the day went real well. And the only reason I got second place in this game was because I dealt into 13 orphans. Otherwise, we would have gotten that five first place streak out of those last 5 games. But, oh well, it's fine. It's fine. If I can do it that many times, I can do it again. Yo, is that Christmas Wanjiro? Or is that a different animal character? World's most recent tile clicker? It's true, actually. What's up, Professor? I don't necessarily want the second 2, but I also really didn't want the 8. Surprised I didn't try out TL. I don't even know what TL is. Oh, Torchlight? Torchlight Infinite. Okay. Honestly, I had no idea they were doing events. Another pair. I mean, we may as well just wait. Yo, what's up, Sean? Yeah, honestly, I'm just committed to clicking on tiles until the Diablo 4 expansion. Which I think means this week, next week. No, this week and next week. Yo, we hit the Dora. Well, come on now. Well, excuse the hell out of me. My bad. At least he wasn't dealer. Might wait and see what the season mechanic is before you get the expansion. I think that's fair. Am I north? I'm not north. I don't want it. You're here, but also cooking, so do you a favor and win? Okay. Okay. I got you. This was, that last hand was only a minor setback. If they don't get some kind of head start, it's hopeless for them, so you know. Probably should have seen that coming. I mean, surely that's a half flush, right? Like, most definitely. I'm gonna guess that his weight is 7 of characters. It was not. I take it all back. I'm gonna copy Wanjiro's discards, word for word. It's a good thing it ended then, because I was out of discards I could copy. If they run the shit out of me on that, I'm gonna be upset. They did not. Which new class am I looking forward to more? I'm kind of leaning more towards Warlock. Like the Paladins seem cool, but it's already been out for a while, number one, but number two, the Warlock seemed kind of flashier. I just realized I picked up every single copy of the Dora Indicator. No one else gets 5s. They're mine. Am I winning? Well, it's game 1 still. Hand 2. Hand 3, actually. Round 1, I got Tenpai with 7 pairs and then got Rond on my discard. For a Mangan out of Damaten. So, like, fucking Wanjiro's an asshole, basically. That's okay. It is only these 2. We got time. Things are looking slightly grim for this hand, though. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Oh yeah, after you left yesterday, Lady Red, I started to go on a win streak. We got 2 first places, and things were looking good in the 3rd game, and then I dealt in a 13 orphans. But somehow I still managed to come back and get a 2nd on that one, and then we got 2 more first places. So we once again got this close to getting that damn 5 streak. So we're still on a 2 streak now, which is kind of why I was hoping to keep it going in this game, but it's not a great start. Ton of last avoidance? What's that mean? Oh, you mean last place? Incentivized to get anything but last. Okay. Real life parlor tournament play. 3rd sucks more, but at the same time 4th is less punish. Interesting. Meanwhile, yeah, 411 barely breaks even. How much do you lose with 4th place in Saint? Minus 250. Damn. I thought minus 125 was bad for 4th. Okay. Yellow and shit. You have to count for RNG force. For sure. We're gonna call this an RNG 4th. On my part. This worked last time. And the RNG being that Wanjiro has all of my tiles every time I get close to winning. Yeah, get his ass. I can't, so someone else has to. Three concealed triplets. He didn't hit any Euros, right? The con did not help. Well, ain't that nice? Oink. Today you went 2-1-3, so it was a good day? Oh, hell yeah. So is it like at least 200 when you win? Or is it still like the 100 or 125? Oh, nice. Plus 120-ish depending on point differential. Gotcha. So they just make the penalties worse? That's toxic. If someone wants to drop me a Dora, I'd be A-okay with that. Easy play Jade Rune, because unless it's a specific time of slot, Throne Room's low pop. I gotcha. I suppose that makes sense. You're a sandbagger. It's okay. You know how many people I've seen playing, like how many Master 3 people I've seen in Gold Room in the past like 2 days? At least you got a reason. He can have Greenback. Or he can have it. I'd rather that guy get it over 1-0. Did that one Sphere Master 3 promo. I mean, so long as once. Yes, give me that Ron stick. Yes, it's mine. Unfortunately, it was not the Dora, but. Still dealer Hanuman. See, I told you we were just giving him a chance in the first couple hands. I'll forgive you, Lady Red. Again, you had a reason. It was a promo game. Totally different. Totally different. See an M1 in gold. Chances are they can't hack it in Jade. I'll keep that in mind. But if they can't hack it in Jade, how are they gonna learn to hack it in Jade if they play in gold, you know? I feel like the 2 may have been a better idea, but this hand just looks gross. Gold to Jade is the biggest skill gap. I can see it. People would rather have easier games than get better. Unfortunate. I don't know why I'm keeping that too. Whatever, we got triple ones. One, two, three, Senshoku. I was kind of thinking about that, but the curse for the toys has kind of moved to Senshoku. Ever since like yesterday when I started winning off toys. But I tried for that hand like 7 times and didn't get it a single time. I already got a Hanuman off my dealer turn. If I lose at this one, it is what it is, I guess. Surely no one's in Dama 10 right now, right? Wanjiro wouldn't do that twice, would he? I'd rather lose off that than Adora. One bamboo is safe. That's fine. I'm just glad out of all the questionable things I did that game, I'm finally glad I made one good decision. Four pairs again. Do I use Maka? No. Not for any particular reason. It's just I didn't learn it existed until like 2 days ago, and I just haven't played with it. I'm gonna die. He thought about it. I wonder if he has two. Nah, if he had two, he definitely would have called that. There's probably someone else. Feels like a terrible idea. Can always query it if you're unsure. That's a good point. The other thing is I always forget. Like I can try and remember to like go back and check the replay for something. But by the time I get out of the game, I forget which hand it was and what I was looking for and all that. Yeah, the 8s are safe. You already dropped it. Do it for every game. Like Maka and everything? Isn't there a limit to how many times you can use it? Oh, 10 a day. I thought it was like a weekly limit. Oh my fuck. We lived. Arguably stronger than Maka. I'll keep that in mind. Look, we even dropped the 5 bamboo. That means 8's safe. It's post-reachy. It is, but someone's already dropped one. Every time I draw a pin tile, I want to throw up a little bit because I'm like terrified of dealing into him. We knew that one was safe though. Damn. These Easts are useless. The 2 discard 2P was from 223. I see. Anytime I'm in a situation where I would have folded, and I see someone change their hand, I just assume that means they're throwing their hand away. Kind of RTS do I like? Really, StarCraft 2 was probably the one I spent the most time playing. Particularly, I think Legacy of the Void. Was that the last one they did? What's all StarCraft 2 expansions? Yeah, Legacy of the Void was the last one. I think I played a lot of Heart of the Storm as well. Unfortunately, I was a little too young to enjoy Brood War when that was out. I did have it, and I played the campaign a lot. I think I got 4 discards this game. Age of Empires was also a banger. I played 2 the most. And I got excited when 4 came out, but then I just never bought it. Red Alert, that banged too. So they had like the first-person shooter Command and Conquer game. I don't remember what it was. But I had that on disc, and eventually the disc got like corrupted somehow. It just became unreadable, or some bug happened, and it was like unplayable again, ever again. And I was very sad. One of those 999 games on DVD. Hell yeah, did it work at all? Heroes of Might and Magic 3, let's go. I think I had the, pretty sure I had Baldur's Gate 2 on disc for a long time too, but I just never got past like the character creation screen because I didn't have the attention span. Kinda don't want that. That's probably a terrible idea. Because we have dragons anyways. I kinda wasn't paying attention to that. Hello? And he just dropped south? What? At least there's only one west too. Got Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Fallout, and Torment in college from a classmate that was way after their release date. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, they're classics for a reason. Nope, not dropping that. No way, no how. No, I don't. I really don't want to drop any honor tiles. You were in comp sci, so in your department, you were either in enterprise or cybersec, and cybersec people all love weed video games and communism. Ah, hell yeah. So guess what you've majored in? It's got to be cybersecurity, right? Let's go. I fucking love weed video games and communism. Maybe that's what I should have done. I only did 2 years of college, but I did the computer programming with the focus on game development, and then I never used any of it. Well, that's not entirely true. I never used any of it for actual employment. Really glad we survived that. That discard, that is. Game dev as academia is very new. Yeah, in my especially because it was a small college, like a community college. It was a new program, and then they had a secondary focus track for mobile app development, and that was even newer than the program itself. And for my last class in that, it was actually me and one other person, and they technically canceled the class, and I had to like go with my other classmate to the school and basically beg them to let us take it as an independent study and give us credit for it. And so they did. And basically what ended up happening is the teacher said just come into class at the time we were scheduled to come into class at, and we'll just do it that way. It won't be an actual class, but we'll pretend it is. It was fun. What they even teach me programming wise? It was mostly just following like online tutorials, but the biggest the most interesting thing about it was they had us work in I don't remember the IDE for Google or for Android, but they had us work in like the native Android IDE, and then they had the workstations were all Apple computers or Macs or whatever, and so they had us work on developing native like apps for Apple, which meant we had to learn like Swift, I think was the language, their language that you can only use for them, and they only accept that, and it was a terrible pain in the ass, but it was cool to learn. Used to be big into Game Maker, but you're learning Godot these days. Yo, Godot. So I said I didn't use any of my stuff for employment. I did make a couple of very shitty mobile games. Both in Godot. And I actually like that a lot. It's a very nice engine. I've heard a lot of people clowning on it though, and I kind of think the hate is overblown. Fuck, I didn't realize this was all last. How's it happen? Corona STK. Before I started Godot, that was one that I was looking into. And then coronavirus hit, and I was like, ah, man, now I feel kind of gross. Love Duty is the closest to it, but yeah, hack together some features. Was that geared more towards visual novels? We're just gonna hope she gets hit slightly and that he doesn't go above me. It's Renpai. Okay. Not a single green is out. Love Duty is the Lua-based framework. Okay. See, I had the association of Lua with the name Love 2D, but I couldn't remember. Okay. I think that may have been another one I looked at when I was still settling on what to use for myself. He's still going. Could not be me. If I was in first and someone's this far in Riichi, I would not be doing a damn thing. Right. That's why. I mean, I should have been pushing in South 4. But now he's just potentially given up first place. Yep. Drop my ass down to third. Actually, I already was third. What? What? We're in West. Oh, it's because he's dealer. I don't know if... I think this has happened to me once. Oh, 30k plus? Oh, okay, that's what it was. Actually, see, I knew this was going to happen all along. That's why I didn't push last round. I had to let it all play out. Do I have any games on Steam? My Steam account is like 17 years old or something. I've probably only played like 40% of the games in there, but yes, I have a number. I think I actually just call his. Oh, that I made. No. I did, after I did my last mobile game, I was thinking of making like a little RPG about a goblin who learns to cook and like widens his horizons. And it was going to be super cute and wholesome. But I had burnt out on the last mobile game, and so I never got around to it. Yeah. Even the last mobile app or mobile game I made was like it was called Box of Rocks, and it was a puzzle game where you had to can't keep that. You started with a box, and you had a bunch of rocks, and you had to put all the rocks in the box. And the rocks were in weird shapes and stuff, and you had a set amount of them, and they always fit perfect amounts. And some levels would have like little unmovable pieces. so you had to like plan around them and stuff. And that shit took me forever to make. And then when I released it on the Google Play Store, anyone who tried it said it was too difficult. And honestly, they were right. Kind of like Tetris, yes, at your own pace. Oh. Bro just barely made it to 30k. And I'm still third. Although, I started watching Saki last night. I feel like this is appropriate. It all worked out. Oh yeah, but to finish my thought on Boxer Rocks, I learned off of that and the other one I'd made before that trying to update applications on the App Store to stay up to date with their policy changes and shit all the time is like a full-time job in and of itself. So I took them down, unfortunately. Gay girl mahjong, all things I like. Hell yeah. I mean, from here, we're one off, right? That's better, right? Yeah, that sounds about right. As unfortunate as it is. It's not a great weight, but we're early enough. Maybe we can bully people out of their hands. All of those "why did my game flop" posts on Reddit are usually like, "It looks like ass, brother." It's true. Honestly, I hold no illusions to what my games look like. And also, I didn't do any real marketing. I think that was the other big problem. That's like that's a whole other world. Jeff Vogel? Who's that? Vernum, Nethergate, Exile series, and Gene Forge. I don't think I know of any of those. Old school CRPGs alone, and his games look not great, but they look coherent. If we're going that route, I guess Dwarf Fortress counts too. At least before it got graphics. I've tried so many times to get into Dwarf Fortress, but I can never get past the, like, I can get my base set up and, like, running. Usually I get to the point where I make, like, an inn and, like, a couple layers of housing. And then once it comes to, hello? No one gave up at all. Right. That's what happens. Do I get the last draw? Looks like I do. We hitting under the river with this one. We did not hit under the river. Ah, she was holding them all. That motherfucker. Or NetHack? I have not heard of that one. ASCII roguelike that's been around since the 80s and has an insane number of interactions? To Google. Oh. Okay, so you started that with every key on the keyboard, and I was gonna be like, oh yeah, every key on the keyboard does something. That's just like Tarkov. 3 things though? That seems excessive. I'm trying to remember the there was a text RPG I played a long time ago, and I got really interested in. It was like Glorp, something like that. There's another one that's been around forever. Zork, that's the one. That shit was cool as fuck. Get lamp. I love lamp. I love lamp. Some might say this is a reach. I say that's correct. Got into old games because of like historical curiosity, but then you find some of those games are like, wait, this is fire. Hell yeah. If you can still find them after all this time, surely there's a reason they survived so long. Well, that's just rude. I have the beholder and stuff. Like computer games or like the original tabletop rule sets? I'm sorry, video games. Yeah, I don't know if I really ever saw many of those. If we drop that, that's fine. Because then we're all simples, at the very least. There was another game I used to play with my dad a lot called Masters of Orion. I don't mind. I kept the 6 with the intention of possibly doing exactly that. But now that I look at it, I don't really want to. Yeah, wait, Masters of Orion 2 is on Steam? Maybe it was 2. It was like a... I don't even know if you could call it a 4X. But you had to like... You had all these factions and shit and you had to take over the universe. She was sick. I still... don't like this idea. Apple II era stuff? Hell yeah. Did it still hold up? Wizardry more than Ultima did, at least on the Apple. We made it. No Pinfu, no problem, I always say. You know what? If he's gonna give me my discard, he can take. I'm sorry. If he's gonna take my discard, I'll take his. It's only fair. Get to stuff like Ultima 7, which is on PC in a fairly early RPG, was so forward thinking. What about it? Comes off that way. Ultima 7. Just systems, new systems that no one had ever really implemented before. What year did that come out? 1992. I mean, for 1992, that's pretty good. Don't want that at all. every item in the world is interactable and has logic. Every single one. That's crazy. You ever see the debates on like Twitter and shit about people getting hyped over like the mangoes and the melons and shit being breakable in different games? And then some people are like, yeah, this is the greatest shit ever. And then other people are like, wow, why are we bothering with all this? Pushed a can around for funsies from the castle and shot it into a bakery and got into trouble. What is this, Skyrim? In 1992? That's crazy. Or maybe the real brother. Actually, you know what? This is fine. We're getting closer and closer to plus or minus 0. It's my new excuse. Every NPC had a schedule. Oh, so it's where Stardew Valley took inspiration from too. Didn't computers have like 64 KB of RAM the whole time? Like at this time period? Where'd they find the room for all that? I guess. This motherfucker needs to keep his hands off my discards. "24 megabytes. Okay, so I was off by only several thousand bytes. We're hitting the dime at 10. That's right. That's right. Give me those 1,000 points. And fuck that guy's dealer turn in particular. In 1992, you were 2. I was -4. So if you had to pick a favorite game of all time, what would it be then? Imagine calling Ricci and not just hiding it. That's crazy. Lufia 2 for the SNES. Hell yeah. Let's see it. Damn. It actually looks cool as fuck. Some like castle in the sky type shit. Damn, look at that motherfucker. He's huge. I mean, my hand is kind of advancing. We're actually one off. I'm just terrified of white. Not my dealer turn, not my problem. Okay, maybe slightly my problem. Yes, we're getting closer. Yeah, yeah. One game recently you played which warmed its way into all-time favorite list for you is Neon White. What kind of game we talking here? I should probably take my turn. No, not Neon Genesis Evangelion. Damn, that art style's cool as fuck. Yo. Can't believe God himself decided to bless me with the thing I love most. A completely clueless boy. Iconic. Like Neon Genesis Evangelion 2. There's nothing wrong with it. However, I've watched it many times. At least the original series. To try and, like, get it, so to speak. And it has, to this day, eluded me. But one day it'll happen. I can at least appreciate it for its aesthetics. Not a lot to get, contrary to popular belief. What? But everyone told me it was a Galaxy Brain show. Yo, I could have been halfway to Big Four Wins. Are you telling me Neon Genesis Evangelion really comes down to get in the robot, Shinji? Got like a theme that's a bit subversive for mecha shows? Okay, I guess that's fair. I can't imagine anyone not wanting to get into the robot, so that is kind of subversive. Ron! Hey, yo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seems obvious, child. So 2 of us got that many? I got 8 and then drew my 9th one. So it didn't give me the thing. That's hilarious. I'm actually okay with this. Theme is obvious. Child soldiers defending the world is a terrible idea, and you need to love yourself before you demand love of others. There. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Cut to Cruel Angel's thesis right now. I can't because I'll get DMCA'd, but if I could, I would. My brain is huge. Now the real argument is between which is a better song between Cruel Angel's Thesis and Real Folk Blues from Cowboy Bebop. I don't know if I'll ever find an answer to that. I do too, and they're different, so it's hard to compare them, right? The 6 was probably a better discard there. Never mind. I made the perfect decision. If 3 wasn't the Dora, then that would 100% be better, but I want to hold it. Like a damn monkey with his hand in the cookie jar. Don't want to let it go. Okay, just in case, you never know. You like Real Folk Blues more? I respect it. I can't even, like, judge anybody for it. I think Real Folk Blues is probably a little less dated. Let's go. The red 5 too. But no way in hell anyone drops any bamboo for me, right? I mean, that person just dropped the 4, so maybe they think it's safe. Also like Cowboy Bebop more. Oh, so that's where it is. This is a biased commentary. We're fine. I lived. So did y'all watch the live action Cowboy Bebop? Technically, yes. Yes, there is. The old Netflix adaptation. Okay. We were doing so good. Why do people push into my Ricci? I'll never forgive them. I did. Well, actually, the only thing I think of, or I worry about, in terms of Akagi is the single weight on a single dragon. If I ever lose to that, that's when I'm like, damn, I got a Kagid. Or if I ever go for that, I'm like, yes, I'm a fallen genius. Especially when it hits. Yeah. And the dude's like losing his mind. That's the game where he has the twink sub in for him for a while, right? And he shows up hella late and then just takes over the whole shit. IRL terms, all of that is so incredibly full of shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Hello? I'm gonna pretend I know what's going on here. No Yaku? Honestly, it's like, if you watch Kaiji is the same shit, but they do the same thing. It's like the... What is it, the second or third season is like entirely focused on one game of pachinko, and it's just him dropping balls the whole time. It's like, but they sell it so well, so it's still enjoyable to watch. I love that shit. He is totally flawed, but totally lovable all the same. Like, what do you mean they're doing an evil gambling cruise to play rock, paper, scissors with cards? But then you start watching it, and then it's like, oh shit, this is deep. That's right. That's right. Give me those 1,000 points. Actually, it was his dealer turn again. I did that on his other dealer turn too. I won with a 1,300 point hand. Maybe I'm the toxic one. Fucking loser the moment his life isn't threatened. Petty, selfish, but as soon as shit gets real, he's a real human. Yeah, like the whole stealing what was it, stealing the emblems off of fancy cars because he's pissed that he's poor. Like that's real right there. Yo, thanks for the follow. I think I don't want that. Time to sleep. Alright, later, Ed. You have a good night. And thanks for hanging out. I don't want that either, I guess. This is fine, especially because it's Dora and we can still make the 6-7 into a different triplet and keep the 8 pair. I don't know if there was any real difference between dropping the 7 and dropping the 2 there. Probably? I think if we end up with pure double sequence, we're actually kind of fucked. We'll be waiting for one pair. Or for one tile to finish out my pair. But then we'll have an extra Han, so I guess it works out. I kind of need this to be a big hand anyways. I literally have nothing to lose here because I'm in 4th, so I should not fold. I fucking love gambling. We lived. The worst outcome. That's not the worst, it was just underwhelming, I guess. Anticlimactic. I did my best. But that's okay, we go again. Yo, she brought her cactuses to the cacti to the mahjong table? What the fuck? Yeah, I just realized it's CC. I kind of wish I had pulled for characters when the Code Geass collab was going on. But I'm too paranoid of an Akagi rerun happening. And if I don't have any way to pull for that, like while that's going on, then I would simply lose my shit. It's actually shaping up rather well. The shaping continues. I think we just call whatever I can. Get an early head start. Ideally, we do it myself, but I'm not going to pass on the opportunity to win faster. Well, hey now. Oh, fuck. I remember what I said. I remembered what I said too. I should have called that 5. That was the turn before Ricci. Maybe we just fold. It's probably the right call. I am east. It is east. I should probably not drop east turn 1. Toy toy it is. Or isn't. Well, buck my Ipatsu, I guess. Okay, we don't need it. We weren't gonna. You keep your hands off that, motherfucker. I just want to keep a Ricci indicator on my discards. Don't tell me. Don't do it. Okay, she didn't do it. Yeah, I was kind of regretting that Ricci. Because I feel like I might have been better off had I discarded the one. We lost 2,000 points, it's whatever, but... we would have at least gone for all simples, and that would have shown us what else these people were doing. But it's hard to predict that kind of thing, I guess. At least I didn't deal into the triple Dora. hey, that worked out. Well, we're one off now. If we can survive. Do I gamble? I shouldn't have. I feel like it's a tremendously bad idea to discard something that's like one off of whatever they discard for their Riichi tile. I would have been safe had I discarded the 5, but that would have meant folding, and I didn't want to do it. Do we get it this time? Or do we deal in right now? We didn't deal in, but we did advance the half flush for sure. I wonder if that is actually a half flush. Or she's given up. Wait, that was my winning tile. What the fuck? She stole it. Nobody has the white dragon. I don't want him. That's it. I'm gonna draw. Let's just keep drawing the terminals. So what is in her hand then? I don't have anything safe. I love when they do that. I don't even have Suji that though. Look it. She did it again? Ah, safety. Oh. We're still alive somehow. That's okay. We get Yakuman next turn for sure. Don't ask me which one we're getting, but we're practically guaranteed. or one off now. It just won't be a particularly big hand. Oh yeah, we'll wait on West. For sure. I saw the wind marker before realizing which one it was. I thought we had it. We lose a Han for not getting West. So I was tempted to not take it, but then we would have been sumo or nothing. And we flipped the Nura, so. Easy Mangan. We're climbing back. When I said Yakuman earlier, I meant Mangan. Wait a minute, I'm not north. I think if I see the opportunity to call with 6 characters, I probably should. That would make us into a cheap-ass hand. Then again, we would have Tanyao and Pinfu. Or is Pinfu closed only? Yeah, it's closed only. Never mind. Oh, there's my West from last stand. I was looking for that. One more tile. Good thing we dropped green when I did. Gotta do it to him. Let's go. That hand was getting out of control pretty quick. feel like I have too many pairs. But like, I'm sure it's fine. That makes life a little easier. That does not really. Oh. Well, if she didn't want her Ricci, that's fine, I guess. Maybe it was kind of a rough wait, I guess. She was waiting for a triplet. Or one of two triplets. Yo, we getting the pure straight? Hello? We got the red 5 too. It could be something. I already dropped a 7, so if we draw a 6 of dots, it's kind of questionable. Our draws kind of aren't lining up. Let's go for it. Damn. We could have kept this stealthy. But how could we really count on that? Oh, the 2 was safe. At least now we know the 9 is safe. Four is safe. I think it's probably safe to say she's given up. What do you mean I get the last discard? Oh, fuck it. Nine was safe the whole time. I gambled for nothing. And actually, I don't get the last discard. She gets the last one. Well, a manga will not be enough to get me out of 4th place. But if we hit the right person, it would be. We could potentially get the Sanshoku. Looks like with 6, 7, 8. Actually, dropping one of the 9s would have been better, I think. Just in case we failed the Sanshoku. We could at least get 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. We can recover. That's fine. Only problem is going to be, yeah, we'll be in furry 10 if I don't get the 6. Reminds you of playing spades in high school. Ah, hell yeah. There was a game, that and like Bridge, were 2 games that I just always thought were like mystical, impossible to learn. What's going on, Karmic Sauce? It's probably not more difficult than this, I just never made the effort. I fucked up. You can't do weight switching. Well, you got the Sanshoku, but I ruined my hand in the process. I should have discarded that other 9 faster. Didn't have a choice in learning. It'd be like that. Was it the old family card game? Probably shouldn't open my hand because it's cheap as fuck. This is not going to get me the points I need. We're just going to hope someone else gets an absolutely massive hand and smack someone else to have less points than I do. For me, the old family card game was Canasta. And like just last night I had a dream about that game for the first, like I've never dreamed about that game before in my life. So I don't know how that happened, but that was the sink or swim card game for me. Do we go again? Yeah, we do. Youth group shenanigans that be playing for hours during hangouts. I got you. I got you. That's close enough. The problem with Canasta is you're like everybody's hand is like 15 cards wide. And it's played with like even if you only have like 3 players or less, it's played with 2 decks of cards. And so when I was learning it as a small child, my hands actually weren't big enough to like fan the cards out so I could look at them. So I had to like, I'd use like a saran wrap carton and stick all the cards in there and like spread them out so I could actually see what I was doing. I guess that. I got there eventually, but yeah, trying to survive the card game my family had been playing for years when I couldn't even hold the cards was brutal. Technically, that's best, I guess. This is pretty sketchy. Wait, I dropped a 1 of dots. That's crazy. Well, thank you, Crisis Cannibal. We'll do our best. What's wild about growing up playing spades is that you didn't learn. Please hold them. I should just drop all these, assuming I don't die doing it because of her hand. So wild about growing up playing spades is you didn't learn how to shuffle properly until you learned tarot last year. Shuffling, I got tired of not being able to do it, especially because of Canasta. Having to shuffle 2 decks together at once was it got really annoying to like do the spread shuffle, you know, that you do when you can't do the you know, the arching thing. So I actually just sat down until I could figure it out. Oops. We'll stay quiet. This is not the time for me to stay quiet, but we'll stay quiet. Bridge shuffle, probably. Yeah, we'll just go for it. 0 chance anyone drops my dragon, right? If we hit anybody, we hope it's her. This made my situation no worse than it was already. At least we didn't go negative. I made a critical error at the very beginning of that game, and it was just impossible to recover from. Oh my. That looks right. That does not. But we're still like 3 away. Two away? 2 away. Yeah, so we need a 4 or 7 characters, or 5, 8 dots. And of course, as we get close, so does someone else. Not really seeing a whole lot. Well, that's a little safe. That is more safe. This is also safe, which is good for us. I don't want a Ricci. It's not safe. But there was a chance. And now I didn't lose my 1,000 points. Nice. This is actually a pretty damn fast hand. I think we're really hoping to draw 4 of characters. A 6 would work too. Not that 6. That might work better than this. It did work better than that. Nice. Furry it's fine. I'll draw it. It's because I dropped the 4 earlier already. Sumo or nothing. many tiles we got? 8 out of 35. There's more than 35, but that was my winning tile. Actually, I discard. No, it's 7, not 8. It's that easy. Just sumo. Damn. One off the Baiman. That was a Dora. I didn't look long enough. It's kind of looking like the 6s will be our pair. We'll see what happens. Is this my comfort game at the moment? Yeah. I watched some Mahjong anime a long time ago, and I couldn't understand it. What was going on in the anime without really understanding the rules, so I learned how to play it, and then found out that there was an online client like this. And yeah, I just kind of got used to it. I don't play it too often, but every time I come back to it, it's kind of like riding a bike. It is a vibe. It's confusing as shit, because there's all sorts of weird, or maybe not weird, but like not obvious rules. Like the whole east round business, and then each round has a direction, and then each seat has a direction, and then that changes how your strategy should go. And then like what happened last time was I got my hand where it needed to be, and then but since I had already discarded a tile that would have completed my hand, I couldn't actually call that tile off of someone else to win. Like, that took me forever to figure out how it actually worked. But like once you get it, it's not that bad. Oh my. But basically the goal is you get 4 sets of 3 tiles in either triplets or like a sequence, and then you get 1 pair. So a winning hand is 14 tiles. And depending on how they are, there's like a billion different combinations, like poker hands, worth different values of points. And so you just try and complete your hand before anyone else does, and without also letting them finish their hands off of your discards. Because if someone finishes their hand off of your discard, you have to pay all the points that their hand's worth. I probably should have done that. I'm kind of not convinced by the 4 triplets idea. Maybe? When they say Ricci and they put that little stick there, that means they are declaring that their hand is 1 tile away from being done. And so you need to be careful as shit. But one ironclad rule is that they cannot change their hand anymore, which means if someone else discards something that they don't take to finish their hand, then that's always going to be safe. And if they've already discarded it at any point, they can't win off of it. So we gotta guess which ones are safe and discard them. That was hella risky, but it worked out. Did I do that after? I did. Well, those are safe. So at this point, I've kind of given up on finishing my hand. And I'm just trying to win by not losing. Let someone else take the hit. And if she draws her last tile herself, then we all split the bill, basically. But the person on the east spot, which is considered the dealer, they pay double. So it's actually totally fine if they finish their hand. Ooh, 2 more safe discards. Yeah, we're safe for the rest of the hand unless someone else wants to finish theirs. She's waiting on 1 and 4, Bamboo. South doesn't matter to me. East kind of does. But I'm not super committed to that idea. I bet she's holding 2 of them. Oh. It's probably a bad idea for me to drop dots right after she... Okay. So she's going for what's called a half flush, which means your hand consists of 1 suit. Because you have characters, bamboo, and pins or dots. And she just dropped dots in. That's crazy. Consists of 1 suit and then honor tiles, which are kind of like face cards. Excuse the hell out of me. Oh, it wasn't me. Oh, thank God. I thought it was my 9. If both players finish their hands, you pay for both of them. Which, as far as I understand, that's not how it works if you play in reality. I think the person closest to the person who dealt in usually is the only one who actually gets the points. But here, you pay both. But yeah, she was doing the half flush. Dots and honor tiles. Okay. Let's go gambling. We won. By not dying. That is safe. This is not safe, but we go for it. It's early enough. The odds of that being what she has is not high. This is fine, actually. Yes. Fight each other for poverty, and don't get any closer to my score. Oh, she was the dealer, so she goes again. If you're the dealer, you get like 50% extra points for any hand you finish. And if you win the round, then you go again as the dealer. It is, but that's just Yo Star. I suspect this character's picture is probably about 10 times worse, but she hasn't won a hand yet. Just hopefully it's not a problem on YouTube. I'm sure it's fine. I don't actually care about that. We're not doing no 7 pairs. Bruh. Do they give the same fan service to the men? Yes. Maybe not quite as drastic, but they do have some that are like... But I'm using a alternate outfit for this character, and this is as flashy as he gets. Granted, he's a collab with an anime, so they probably didn't want to go too crazy with it. But, you have stats? Do I? Oh, yeah, they keep track of all your shit. Tons of stats, tons of stats. Or 1 away, but this hand's gonna be... Actually, it's alright. Kinda cheap, but kind of alright. And either way, I'm in the lead, so it's like... in my best interest to end hands as fast as possible. So that way we get to the end of the game before someone else overtakes me. That's the best thing. It's free. Yo, we hit second place. Not only did we finish the hand and knock her dealer turn out, stole her points too. I do know they just did a Hot Springs event, and there were as many steamy guy skins as there were women. Yeah, if you ever have questions about how to play, I'm always happy to answer. Not that I'm the greatest ever, but I do have a grasp of the rules. Did I pick up any? No, I haven't. This character I'm using is one of the only characters I actually spent money on. There have been some it'd be like, damn, it'd be nice to pick them up. It's more of a spending money on gacha thing than it is a preference thing. We go again. Yeah, the characters don't give you any bonuses or anything. Unless you count distracting the opponents as bonuses. I do not want this win badly enough to risk dealing into her hand right now. This is terrible. It was an educated guess and it worked out. This is safe. Did I think I discarded this after? Did I do that? It seemed hella risky. It has to have, because that's right there and that's right there. I mean, if this works, then we're safe forever. But yeah, Sauce, or Karmic Sauce, they, as for the gacha, they actually split it between boy and girl characters. So if you only want to pull for guy characters, you can. And if you only want to pull for girl characters, you can. Yo, she was waiting on the 7. I'm so glad that 4 was safe. She basically just got the points back that she lost last time. Oh, she went bankrupt. Let's go! ZZZ needs to take notes, right? Wait. Yeah, as far as characters go, I have the main male lead from Love is War, his little sister, the 2 default characters, and then I just kind of got her randomly. I think I was just throwing pulls away, but she's not my favorite, so we stick with Miyuki. Yeah, you get the Sakura path, which has, you know, quite a lot of options. And then Bamboo. Markedly fewer, but I don't know, I think some of the designs are cool. And this dude's voice is cool as fuck. Actually, I wanted to look up, because I was wondering if he played. He sounds like Kotomine Kire from Fate Zero. Right? Yo, he's still talking. He's Aizen from Bleach. The Tomb Guard from Shangri-La Frontier. This dude's been in like 300 things. But Fate. Oh, he's Tosaka's dad. Okay, he's not. That means I don't have to hate him. Who plays Kotomine Kire? I'll never forgive this man. This man's been in even more stuff. Yo, he's Soul bad guy? Okay. I probably should have realized that sooner. Does he voice anyone in Mahjong Soul? No. We don't have to worry. But yeah, I have a bunch of free pull. Well, I thought I had more. For some reason, I thought I had like 29. But I've been obligated to save them because there's a collab they did with a show called Akagi, which was the show that got me into Mahjong. And so you can pull Akagi himself, and his voice is very cool. And so if they ever rerun that, I'm like instantly blasting all my shit on that. But that was like 5 years ago, and I don't think they've ever maybe not 5. It was a couple years ago, and I don't think they've ever rerun any collabs. Thank you. I mean, it would be in their economic best interest because they would make a lot of money off me in that day. That's all I'm saying. That's good. So we got 2, 3, 4. 6, 7's waiting for 1. The 5s and the 6s could either end up our pair or another hello. Okay. That's good. So we're 1 tile away from being 1 tile away. I think that's more likely to work out for us. I have 3 Dora. So I think we do that. Normally I would wait on the not pair. Because since I'm already holding 2 of each of these, there's like, they're already out of the pool. And that would have actually finished my hand had I gone the other way. Oh well. Pretty nervous about this, actually. Oh, we did not die. This is way better than our other one. There we go. There we go. That always feels good. When you swap your weight while you're about to finish your hand and then immediately get what you're looking for. Huge. No one's dropped white yet. And ain't no way am I gonna be the first one to do it. If ever there was a time to do it, it was right there. But I'm terrified of giving someone that. Fuck it, weave on. So there's a system called the Dora system, which is a Dora is like a bonus tile, and they're the shiny ones you see on my hand. And honor tiles, particularly the dragons, are they're worth 1 Han, which is like, you can call it a large point. And then each Dora is worth 1 large point as well, or 1 Han. So if you get a triplet of white dragons and they're all Doras, then that's 4 Han, which is a Mangan, which is 8,000 points. And it's very scary. So actually, we can drop these. It's not really what we're looking for. She thought about that, I bet. Bummer. I wanted that. I was gonna do it. I was just thinking about what to discard. Well, we still have 4s, and there's potentially 1 more 7 in the wall. It was probably less than ideal. Dama 10 may have been better. But hey, I've done all my discards. If we win, we win. We don't. I keep my dealer turn. That's right. We go again. It's my 3rd hand in a row now. I'm gonna drop that first. If we draw like more characters, we could go for half flush. It would just feel kind of bad dropping the 6 and the 7. Maybe we give up that idea now that we've got 2 open weights. Although big 3 dragons? I'll even accept little 3 dragons. Which if we want to do that, we'd have to pull green like right now. I think 4, 5, 6 is probably better. Oh, I definitely should have dropped these. Kind of forgot I was holding them. But I just know that whichever one I drop first, I'm going to draw that one the next time, and I'll regret everything. Because they're still useful as a pair, even if we can't get the triplets. Just need one of these to pair up. Then we'll be one away. Yeah, we're just waiting for our pair now. Close. Total guess. It worked out. I felt safer about that one than I did about the 8. It was still a gamble, though. 7, I don't think I can get away with. We give up. No longer my hand. But I don't really have many safe discards. Actually, I don't have any at all. She didn't want it earlier when this person discarded it. That's no guarantee at all, but it makes me feel a little better about what I did. 8's safe now. 4 we already found out was safe, but she just changed her hand into like off of a not safe discard. So she may still be going for it, which means I might deal in here. Nope. But then again, she's dropping all characters when it kind of looks like she's going for half flush. Then again, my hand kind of looked like that too from the outside. I have to do another discard? Okay, let's see. I guess I'll give up my dealer turn. It's fine. We held on to that Tenpai for so long. Oh wait, that was East 1. No wait, that was... Oh no, the dealer count is still the same because no one won. It's just I wasn't in Tenpai, so the dealer moved on. Nice. Nice. So now we are 1 away from Tenpai. This wait's not ideal. But maybe we just draw into it like we've drawn into everything else. That's way better. Okay, we're in a gray spot right now. I think I should do whatever I need to finish this hand as quickly as possible. So if we call something, we call it. Hey, I wanted that. Nope. Actually, if we can get 3, 4, 5 on both of these, then that's an even bigger hand. All of a sudden, everything stopped working out for me, though. Surely someone's close by now. I wanted that too. Those are the only 3s and 6s that have gone out. Someone's probably sitting on them though. There's one of them. There's a 5. Another 3 gone. Oh. Well, I got the Tenpai last turn. Everyone was there. Okay. No points for nobody. I don't know how I survived, because I definitely was not playing careful at all. This hand's already kind of close. Oh, I didn't realize that was a door, but at least one had already gone out. I should have dropped this too. The 8 wasn't ideal, but it would have been useful. Or could have been useful. It's 4, 5, 6. So we're waiting for 5 characters and then either 5 pins or 7 pins. Do I do it? Let's go gambling. That's horrifying. It wasn't the Ricci though. It is open tenure. Okay. Oh, she got 6,000 points because of how many turns or how many hands it had been without anyone winning. She got 2,000 from me, 1,000 back from her, 1,000 points from her hand, and then the rest I think was all from the counters in the middle. But that did give her the lead. Oh no, it was only 1,000 from the pointers and the counters in the middle because it was the other Ricci stick. I see. But this hand is already 1 away. No? I mean, yeah, it is. But we need a pair. It ain't gonna be that one. I wanted to call that tile. She actually had the same weight that I do. Which you can't see behind my thing. It was 2-3. I'm sorry, 2-4. Do I do my own nails or get them done? I do them myself. Shit takes forever, but it's kind of relaxing, so I don't mind it. I actually just got a glass vial recently for the first time after using like cheap. Okay, that was not me. Okay. Actually, yes. Hit her again. Put her back under my point value. Or 500 points off. Yeah, I got a glass vial for the first time. After using like cheap pharmacy like nail files forever, and it feels kind of like scratching a chalkboard, which is really unpleasant, but it works really well. used to do yours, and it's kind of nice taking time to yourself like that, right? I think anytime I sit down to do it, I can usually get through like a solid 8 episodes of anime at least before I'm done. The only problem is my top coat is like thick as shit, so it takes forever to actually get it all off. We ain't drawing shit. Yo, hello. At least my draws don't look like that, because I guarantee you she's upset about that. Only stuck to matte black for that reason. Yeah, I was kind of interested in trying matte colors, but I heard they, I was told that after a while it kind of gets shiny anyways, just from like oil and shit. Was that true? Or have I been fed propaganda? But by that time yours was ready to get taken off? Okay. Yeah, I tend to wear mine for like 3 weeks to a month before I redo it. Which a lot of times they get like grown out and chipped by that point anyways. So I probably should redo it more often, but I'm lazy. Yes, I should do that. If no one drops green, I'm screwed, by the way. In retrospect, that was a pretty dangerous discard. This is pretty far into this game. And lo and behold, it did get called. It's also pretty damn sketchy. No good options. Oops. Did not mean to do that. But it worked out. Everything's so unsafe right now. Three? That's safe from at least one person, and probably two. Because if she didn't call it from her at either point, then it's fine. She's already given up as well. She was mirroring my discards, so she was just looking for safe shit to get rid of. Yep, I was holding 2 of those. Actually, oh no, she was not in Tenpai when I discarded this for, or when she discarded that for. So she like just got there. This game has actually been crazy. I think there's been like 2 deal-ins. Or at least that's what it feels like. I know I dealt into green dragons like by itself once. Oh no, I dealt into 2 actually. Maybe I'm the bad one in this lobby. So I dealt into her small hand as well. I think I was in Ricci though. We'll go with that as my excuse. Of course. I have no idea what that means, but you accept my truth. Yeah, just trust, just trust. This game's intense. That's all you need to know. I'm in full retreat. I simply do not want to lose. Oh, if they don't drop green, I'm screwed. Okay. So if you, let me think of how to explain this as succinctly as possible. So those big points I mentioned earlier, when you finish your hand, you have to have at least one big point for it to be valid. And basically, it's pretty difficult to get a big point when you open your hand by stealing someone else's tiles. And one of the ways to do that is getting the honor tiles, or like a triplet of the honor tiles, the face cards or whatever. So I was basically relying on getting a triplet of honor tiles to get my big point so I could finish my hand. But I had already opened my own. If that makes any sense. Dropping the 8 of characters might have been better there. I wonder what the AI would tell me. Yeah, the 7s kind of have to be our pair, don't they? I don't like that 9, but it might work out. I'd like to do that, but I cannot. I want that 8 of bamboo. If we get a second one, then we actually have a pretty decently valuable hand. I'd also be happy with a 6 of dots. I guess, yeah, we just go for that. It's my dealer turn, we should be brave. You already dropped 7 dots, you should do it again. It worked out last time. Oh yeah, it's Suji of 7. Yep. Totally safe. 4-7 is a safe combination of tiles. Please. See, I even dropped the 4 right there. Yep, 7. Let's just get the other suit now and we're good. We really want to steal points from her. Because she's ahead of me, and so it'll be easier to pass her that way. You gross. Bold. Looks like I get second to last discard. Was she holding my... No, she was not. Well, we stole a couple points. That'll have to do. Maybe dropping East was better. Sitting on 2-4-6 on the bamboo may have been better than sitting on the 2-4 of characters. I saw 2-4-6 and I was like, oh, it's the same either way, but I forgot that's 6-7-8. The faster our hand, the better. Only problem is I'm probably gonna have to drop that second 2. Can't win off of the 9 dots. There's only 2 of those left anyways. 6 will be fine. Case in point. Back in first for me, finally. Let's just hold on to West for 1 second. 1 hot second. No longer interested in holding on to West. Not really interested in that 6 either, but it's probably better than West. If we can draw a second 6 characters, hello. Our hand would be in a good spot. It might be a little too early to fold. It's a really, really wide weight. Not wide weight, but there's a lot of tiles left. I'm ahead by 100 points. It would have been 1100 had I not reached it, but sometimes you just gotta go for it. Well, looks like we're 1 away again. We need 1 or 4 of characters, or 5 or 8 of pins. But I can't call anything, so we gotta draw. Actually, this is like almost an outside hand. Not worth keeping. I really can't afford to deal in right now. So we are giving up as early as it is. Educated gamble. Sometimes it's just how it goes. I'm broke. We dealt the 5 there because she called Ricci by discarding a 2 with bamboo. And there's a little... There's a concept called Suji where... I don't even know how to explain that. Like, if someone's not looking for a 2, there's a decent chance they're not looking for a 5 as well. Because you know they're not waiting on 3-4, or that they're not holding 3-4 waiting for a 5 or a 2. Granted, that works better the other way around, where they discard a 5 and then you can feel comfortable dropping a 2. But I really had nothing that looked safe at all, to me at least. So that was the best I could do. Do we just start pawning everything? Is that what we're doing? It's a bit of a bummer. I think dropping any character tiles at all would be a historic mistake. But they have never stopped. It was not a half flush. Great, now I'm the poor one. Look. At least I had a poverty buddy before. Now here's what we need to do. We just hit north with a Hanuman. Oh no, that's still 32,000. Never mind. I was gonna try and say we should try and get everyone back under 30k so we can go in a west again. And that'll be where I make my comeback, but I don't know. Today's been kind of rough. Yeah, Lou. Kind of a shitty hand, but maybe we hit the triple Uradora. Our plan has started. Get back down under 30k. This instant. Ah, we missed the Ura by one. Maybe a half flush type beat. Maybe not. Doomed to only draw characters. That counts as a character, right? Smack the shit out of her. Put her in fourth. That was not a big enough hit. Damn it. Kinda getting bodied today. For all that, she was the only one who went above 25k. What are we at today? We ended yesterday right here, so it's been 1 first place and 4 third or fourths, with 3 of those being actual fourths. Okay, I need to get up and stretch my legs though. So, I appreciate you watching. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna do one more and probably call it a day after that. We're already like this close to 4 hours anyways. I don't think I have time to do 2 more anyways. Yeah, we've been getting bodied. It's because everything went so well yesterday. I'm not leaving you. I'm not leaving. We'll do one more. But I think I was gonna watch some anime with my sister a little later, and I didn't want to be too late for that. Yeah, we had 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th place, and then it was 1st and 2nd for the rest of the day after that. We got this is our redemption match. We can at least get the was it 33% positive rate? About to watch Hidden Figures with your bestie too? Oh hell yeah. I don't know what that is, but nothing better than watching stuff with people. Yo, hello? 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair. 2 of them are good. Yeah, we should just pawn stuff. Normally, I would think about going for 7 pairs instead of on parade, however. This would be a guaranteed Mangan, I think. Part of me wanted to drop the Dora just so I'm not holding it and have to discard it later, but if I draw a 2nd one, we'll be happy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I could hold on to this, we would get at least a Haneman. But if it comes down to it and I'm waiting on 1 tile, then I'm not going to wait on the door. Three black women that were contributors to getting Nest to the moon. Ah, hell yeah. I'll have to look at that. The longer we hold that, the more dangerous it gets to drop it. So we're just gonna get rid of it now. Okay. We went off now. Yoink. Surely someone's gonna feel comfortable dropping a 9 of bamboo, right? Close. Very sketchy that we were getting these random ass tiles. There's far too many shiny things in my discard pile. I hate it. This is still a decent hand, though. Motherfucker. After all the characters I've discarded, I'm kind of surprised they have not started doing the same. Like, they finally did, or she finally did. There she goes, but that's already one I've done. It may have been kind of funny, but we could have dropped a 3 and gone for something else, like a not toy toy. But that would kind of be silly. How have I drawn the 1/6 that no one's dropped this entire time? Or the one character tile that no one's dropped this entire time? Could I draw the 1 bamboo tile no one's dropped this entire time? Seems not. We're out of tiles. Oh. Nice. Toy toy. Mangun. We get east again. Oh, and we're holding north. Sheesh. This one not looking so much like a toy toy though. Unless... maybe 7 pairs. No, wait. Maybe just whatever the fuck we end up with. It's gonna be 2 Han. If we pair up one of these 3, then we'll break the sequence and go for Toy Toy a second time in a row. It's happening. We're not guaranteed a Mangun. We might be just short, but it'll still be like 11,700 points or something like that. Tempting, but no. Hey, get off my screen. My dealer turn for 2,000 points. If we get the triplets of 1, is that a Yaku? The pure triple sequence or some bullshit? Triple triplets is... Are we going for a 4th toy? That's the question. A 3rd one, I mean. It's a terrible idea to call a con while someone's in Ricci. I was holding on to the 4th too because it may have been 7 pairs, or we may have been able to chance ourselves into 7 pairs. Goodness. I'll forgive her for the 2,000 point hand, because it knocked the dealer turn to someone else and then she sumoed that shit. Well, I could use my reach or my door as a safe discards, I might have to. That's all I have really. For now. Got one of those. We drew an 8, which is also safe. Play this game like I'm playing Magic the Gathering. I have played it a very little bit. Maybe like less than 10 games in my entire life. Or maybe about 10. I have 2 starter decks that I bought because I wanted to open the packs. But I only ever played them the night that I played with them the night that I opened them because my brother-in-law brought his cards over. And we just never really played again. Was she thinking of taking it back? Ah. What a terrifying thing. If you could just deal into them, please. I don't have a safe discard. Oh, that one's safe from one of them. 5. We gamble the 3. I've survived. Relatively new to it, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, the don't judge me too hard, but the collectible card game I've played the most of is definitely Hearthstone. Well, thank you. I was definitely a little self-conscious fessing up. Okay, so we're gonna have to drop something. We're actually gonna keep the dragons as pairs. Fuck it. Game seems fun, but it's just not something you've tried. Yeah, I played it when it was brand new, and it was fun while I was keeping up with all the changes and everything. And it was pretty forgiving, like if you were free to play. But after I kind of fell out with it for a couple years and tried to go back, it was like, what the hell is going on? Actually, we're going for pure straight here. Which means we could actually call those dragons. I don't know if that's right, though. I could paint my nails and stream, but I'm self-conscious about Hearthstone. Listen, we don't choose where the boundaries end up. They just kind of make themselves, you know. Keep your paws off my discards, please. I still don't want to do that. Damn it. Because if I do that, then we're giving up the 2s and 3s. Oh, shucks. Thank you. We're going back to this idea. Ideally, we finish the 2 and the 3. But I'll accept the 3 and the 4. We finish the 2 and the 3. Let's fucking go. So we're waiting on 6 bamboo and 7 bamboo. Which one we get first? I don't know. Although this game might just end before then. Oh, she's already dropped that. Motherfucker. So if you are trying to complete a sequence of 3 tiles, you can only steal someone's discard if it's the person to your left. If you're trying to complete a set of triplets, and it's like you have two copies and someone drops the third, you can call it from anywhere. So she has dropped 2 6s of bamboo, and she dropped 1, so I could not call it. Otherwise I would have. Real glad I did not get hit by that though. The question is, who can kill the poor person? We're actually 1 off right now? No. That's fake news. False information. Propaganda. I mean, Mahjong is serious business. You keep your mitts off. I didn't want to draw anyways, it's fine. I said this was a comfy game. I lied. You know, we might actually be best off giving up the dragons. That kind of is what this is looking like. On second thought, never mind. Yeah, this is way better. If I get the chance, I can still call whatever I want. That's twice she skipped me. This is just Kakegurui. That's right. Four, 5, 6. Okay, so we're 1 off with a pretty big hand actually, and a wide ass weight. Yoink. I might have killed the poor person. Never mind. It was not as big a hand as I thought. She still gets 900 points. And I'm 400 from first. No, I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. I still have plausible deniability. This 5 is looking kind of eh. so is that 8. We are once again 1 away. Kinda don't like that. Who gets it? Nobody. Still don't want that. The real unfortunate part of all this is I cannot open up my hand. But if I could finish my hand really quickly and finish bankrupting the poor person, then we would just win the game. Bruh. I still don't want it. A 4 or a 7, you know. Different story, motherfucker. Can't do it. This is the wrong 4. But honestly, it might work out a little better. Then again, we already dropped the 5 and the 2. Somehow it worked out. And we actually got a red 5. Hey! It's my Ricci. You're not supposed to do that after I do that. The worst part is I have to discard before she does, so I'm at risk of dealing into her before she is dealing to me. Close. Still can't get a single damn 4. We lived. I have one more discard to make, and so does she. That's terrifying. We lived. She was holding them. She was holding 3 of them. That's why we couldn't do it. I can't see what's behind her portrait. She had 2 of the 4s as well. But because I was in Tenpai and the second place was not, or the previous first place was not, she had to give me 1,500 points. And so I ended up in first. That's crazy. Alright, like I said, our redemption game. We'll call it 3 4th places, 3 not 4th places. We're still down a good bit from our starting rank points, but whatever. I've almost gotten my playstyle diamond, or to a perfect diamond. We have to do better. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately that is all I have time for today. But have no fear, we'll be back to clicking tiles next week, Thursday, at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or Standard Time. No, it's Daylight Time. Eastern US Time. That's the other word. So yeah, appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you didn't even already, make sure you smack the follow button if you're watching on Twitch. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And you have yourselves a good rest of your weekend. I will see you Thursday.